Ever get that feeling? Like someone's really trying to lay down the law, tell you how it is, but you can't quite put your finger on why it's so important to them.
Oh, absolutely. That fire in the belly thing where the logic gets a little fuzzy.
Exactly. And today, that's our jam. We've got these snippets from a conversation, someone making the case for why you need to vote, super fired up about it.
And this is like eavesdropping, right?
Yeah.
We don't know who this person is, but they're giving us a whole worldview in how they plead their case.
Okay, so right off the bat, they call Pennsylvania the linchpin of this whole election, not just, an important state.
Linchpin.
Yeah.
It's loaded, isn't it? Like if Pennsylvania goes one way, the whole country swings with it. We know swing states are key, but this is next level.
Definitely. And I don't know, using linchpin makes it sound almost mechanical, like one cog in machine deciding everything.
It's like this person sees Pennsylvania as the deciding factor, maybe even a microcosm of the entire nation.
It's a fascinating insight, right? You ever feel that way about where you live during an election? Like, as my state goes, so goes the nation.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially in a close race. But then they kick it up a notch. They link Pennsylvania to the fate of America and Western civilization.
Oh, talking about upping the ante, I almost have to stop and ask, are we talking hyperbole here? Is this genuine fear or just really, really strategic framing? I mean, we're talking about the fall of civilizations. Makes you think about those historical tipping points, right? Rome, the Ottoman Empire. Those are moments when things fundamentally change.
Right. Are we on the same level? But okay, then they hit us with this rapid fire list. Secure borders, safe cities, sensible spending. Sound familiar?
Campaign trail bingo. It's classic appealing to shared values, which is smart. But let's pick one, secure borders. Sounds good. Everyone wants that, right?
Right. But like, what does that actually mean? Yeah. Exactly. In a globalized world with trade and immigration and everything else, how do you define secure? Who gets to decide? Suddenly, it's not so simple.
Okay, and to really hammer home their point, get this, they bring up Mad Max. Yep, the movie.
Which, for anyone who hasn't had the pleasure, paints a pretty grim picture of the future. Societal collapse, basically, right?
Oh, yeah. Total wasteland, everyone fighting over scraps, danger everywhere you turn.
And by dropping that reference, they're saying, this is what happens if you don't vote the way I'm telling you to. No pressure or anything.
Subtle. And then they link freedom of speech and the Second Amendment, which that's a whole other kettle of fish.
And a connection you hear a lot nowadays. Historically, the Second Amendment was about ensuring a well-regulated militia, right? The idea of citizens being able to defend themselves and their freedoms.
Which, okay, but this person ties that directly to freedom of speech, like one protects the other. It's interesting logic, even if you don't agree.
Exactly. And it reveals how they connect those two things in their worldview. Like, take away one and the other falls apart.
And now we're at DEFCON 1 because they're call to action. Intense. Register to vote. Tell your friends. Drag them to the polls if you have to. By Monday.
That's not just encouraging civic duty. That's a 5-alarm fire. They need action right now. Makes you wonder, are they speaking to people who maybe aren't glued to the news, who need that extra push to get involved?
Which is wild because the next thing out of their mouth is, I've never been political before.
Wait, so are you a seasoned activist or?
Right. That gets the heart of it. Are they being genuine? Is this a tactic to connect with people who also feel like they've never had a reason to be politically active until now?
People who don't usually vote, but this one issue has them fired up?
Exactly. Which, if you're trying to impact an election, that's a powerful group to tap into.
So where does this leave us? If we had to sum it all up.
It's not about agreeing or disagreeing with this person's plea, right? It's about recognizing what they're doing, the emotional appeal, connecting things like Mad Max to voting, that super urgent deadline. It's like learning to read the code.
Decoding the matrix.
Exactly. So next time you encounter a passionate speech, a heated discussion, whatever it is, think about the why behind the words. What's the logic? Even if you don't agree with it, who are they trying to reach? And how are they doing it? It's like a little puzzle. And figuring it out makes you a more informed citizen, no matter what side of the fence you're on.